Alright, so before this video actually starts, I just want to bring you guys attention to something I've been seeing like all over my comments, people getting false banned. Apparently no other YouTuber has talked about it. I don't know why, and I don't know why people are getting false banned. A lot of people are saying it's due to the fact that the game has a poor anti-cheat, and a lot of people are just getting false banned. So there's really not much that I can do on my end because the developers don't even know who the fuck I am. Talk to some other YouTubers, try to get this sorted out because it makes no sense at all why people are getting false banned. On top of that, apparently people are also saying that they can't appeal. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what the developers are doing right now, but hopefully they are fixing this. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. It's been almost a week since Jujutsu Infinity has released, and I won't lie with you guys,
Man,
so much has happened within these days, and we're going to be talking about everything. First thing we need to address is the level of hate the game is receiving. Now, I won't lie, I'm very neutral when it comes to things like liking the game or not. I'm someone that I had to put my pride away so I can actually grind this game completely so I can experience everything that it has to offer. I'll admit, the game is just average, nothing more, nothing less. Compared to all the other games that we had in 2024, this is definitely one of the best. Hence the reason why you do see a lot of people glazing it more than usual. The game style is very similar to games like Shindo Life / Shinobi Life and Blox Fruits. Hence the reason why the game blew up so quickly and is now averaging an insane amount of players daily. In terms of style, a lot of people say that the grind / the game itself just reminds them of Shinobi Life, and to be honest with you, it reminds me of those days too. In terms of Blox Fruits though, it's mainly the combat that they have similar right now, due to the fact that the combat is very fast paced. Now, you can take that as a bad thing or a good thing. Regardless, the game will continue to keep being successful, and all the YouTubers who are even making these videos calling the game bad, etc., all these nitpicking nonsense, they know it. When it comes to the hate, however, a lot of people did not like this game. More specifically, some content creators. I've seen a lot of videos and majority of them had some good points, while some of them were just nitpicking anything that didn't catch their eye. I'll admit, they still had a lot of good claims in their video, so you guys should all check out their videos if you're interested in any of that. What they all had in common though was complaining about the game being a bandit beater. I believe it's important to know what a bandit beater is, since a lot of people have been throwing that word out. A bandit beater is a game with uninteresting combat, limited to absolute zero replay value, and considered to be a low effort RPG game with repetitive gameplay. Now, it doesn't take a genius to acknowledge this, but yes, Jujutsu Infinity is 100% a bandit beater. The only thing I'll say is, compared to a lot of other bandit beaters on Roblox, this is definitely a lot higher quality compared to most. A good example could be GPO. I know, GPO is considered a high quality bandit beater, but at the end of the day, it's still a bandit beater, and it still has some of those shitty features that make it a bandit beater. Going back to JJI though, I'm just confused on why people are now making these videos about the game being a bandit beater when the whole time it was in testing it was a bandit beater. Because to me it's like, why are you now nitpicking the game, calling it trash, nitpicking all these features that the game had, when you yourself are a tester? So it's like, if you're a tester of this game, you could have actually acknowledged some of these things and mentioned it to the developers. Now, I'm gonna pause it right there because I do know some testers, and I've seen it in YouTube comments and on Discord, some testers have voiced their opinions on how they told the developers about certain things, but they just didn't care. Now, this is where I'm gonna focus my attention on the developers. That is not good, like at all. I hate when I see games that you get testers and these people are actively paying money to test on your game. Like, just that concept itself just sounds insane. Mind you, JJI before it came out was $30 to get tester. So once you pay those $30, you become a tester. By being a tester, you're pointing out these things, fixing the game, and adding new things, or giving the developers new ideas. So it's not really good to see that the developers and the testers ourselves are having a bit of miscommunication, because they should be communicating 24/7 because they're the ones actively trying to make the game a better version of itself. Another thing I want to mention is that a lot of testers were actually saying that during testing, the progression for the game was a lot better, but for some reason they just did not give a fuck about what they said and they reverted everything. Now, I don't know too much about that. If a tester's watching this, you could tell me if I'm right or wrong, or if they're right or wrong. But yeah, I don't know too much about that. This is coming from someone that is max level. Yes, the grinding is very annoying. It's annoying as hell. I will admit it. I'll admit it. The only reason why I force myself to grind the game is so that I can voice my opinion of what I've experienced on the game so far, and there's no fabrication. But by all means, I'm not defending shit, since like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm in between. Pause. But coming from someone who is max level, like I mentioned, I'm able to now voice my opinion on the grind. And I did realize, wow, the grind is fucking boring. I won't lie. The only thing I would say that kept me on the game right now is collecting items in the PvP. The PvP isn't that good. I'm not a big fan of the block shoots, fast-paced shit. But honestly, once I got the hang of it and I was actually doing combos and I was doing good in PvP, it wasn't so bad. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much about the hate videos. I plan on making a whole separate video talking about those issues on why people are against the game. Following that though, another issue that I've encountered is rates. The rates for this game have been very weird in my opinion, hence the reason why people think getting rare items is extremely hard. Now I won't lie with you, I disagree. It is not impossible to get these special grades, it's not impossible to get these unique grades. All I'm gonna say when it comes to the rates, it just takes time. It literally just takes time. Like any other bandit beater, you need to get lucky. If you want to get lucky, you have to do some add-ons, add some stats. The JJI has all these lucky potions, these game passes. Now at the end of the day, I don't like it. It really is pay to win. I don't like it at all. And if you guys actually did see my last video on the best way to farm, I did mention the item notifier, how it was literally a pay to win game pass. Like all you have to do is just wait in the server. It'll tell you exactly where an item is. You wait, you get it, boom. And majority of the time that item is literally a special grade, legendary, or something even crazier than that. It's crazy. Now at the end of the day, it is just a sad truth and there's really not much you can do about it. I'll admit though, the game is not the greatest too. If you really do think this game is the greatest, you're a dick sucker, because it's not the greatest. Like I said earlier, compared to a lot of the other games I did release this year, yes, this game is a lot better, but it's definitely not the greatest to me. This is coming from someone who played the whole game again, and I played almost every single aspect of it. The game is average, it's not shit, it's not good, it's just average. Only main issue that I have with the game right now is the overall progression that people don't like, including me, and the PvP. Another thing I also want to note is that once you do reach max level, there really isn't much to do other than PvP and collect items. I'm not really complaining about that, since once the first update does come out for the game, they'll eventually add more stuff for the max level people. But yeah, that's how it is.